What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm back today to give you guys a review of the triple collaboration between Ronnie Fieg's Kith label, Clarks, and Adidas on this 8th Street Gazelle in the Molecule colorway. So this shoe expands on Kith's successful triple collaborations with Adidas and Clarks Originals, which we've seen before on their previous collaborations on the Adidas Samba. So they're taking the classic uppers of these Adidas shoes, but instead of your typical tooling, they incorporate the famous crepe soles of Clarks Originals. So this time, the Adidas Gazelle gets its turn. So this shoe was actually a pre-order and it was part of Kith's loyalty program. So in this program, there's different tiers. The lowest tier is called Molecule, and they offered a collection of apparel, accessories, and this sneaker to anyone that was part of that Molecule tier. But the only drawback was that it was a pre-order, so while anything you wanted was guaranteed, you had to wait about half a year to get your order in hand. So my order for this was placed back in January, and I just got this delivered to my door. And the retail price for this Gazelle wasn't cheap. It was $220 US or $300 Canadian. But I have to say, I was very impressed with how these were in real life. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually a pretty big fan of pre-orders. It means that I don't have to jump through any hoops when they actually release. I'm happy to just lock it in, even if I have to wait half a year. So jumping into the details of the shoe itself, so like I mentioned, this takes the upper of the Adidas Gazelle indoors. So the entire upper is pretty much crafted out of a very soft beige colored suede. So this is a genuine suede and it feels extremely good quality to the touch. Overlaid on the front toe cap, we have a W-shaped overlay of suede, which runs down the sides of the shoe as well. This same suede covers the eyelets of the sneaker, and then beneath this on the mid panel, we have the signature Adidas 3 stripes, and this is crafted out of genuine leather. But as the saying goes with the infamous Kith filter, in real life, the tones of these stripes have more of a pinkish tone to them, whereas the tones of the suede itself has a bit more of a gray colored look in real life, as opposed to the more tan color that they appeared in the stock photos. Anyways, moving downwards, you'll see we have more of that same suede covering the back end of the sneaker. We have Gazelle branding debossed right next to the stripes, and the same suede covers the bottom of the heel as well. And then stitched on the top of the heel, we have another genuine leather overlay, and it also has a bit of that pinkish tone to it, just like the side stripes did. As far as the laces go, so these come with 3 different lace options. The standard lace that they come with is a flat style lace done in more of that grayish beige tone, but they also come with a cream colored lace and more of a pinkish colored lace if you want to give the shoe a little bit more contrast. Underneath this, we have this thin suede covered tongue, and then on the top of the tongue, we have this leather patch, which is again constructed out of genuine leather. And here we have Adidas, Clarks, and Ronnie Fieg co-branding found throughout. The interior of the shoe is lined in leather, giving it more of a luxurious and premium feel. And then for the insoles, these come with your typical foam-lined insole. However, we have a patch of genuine leather on the heel, and again we have Adidas, Clarks, and Ronnie Fieg co-branding. So the upper of this Gazelle sits atop this chunky crepe midsole, which is a little bit translucent, but that's typical across Clarks crepe sole. So on the bottom, instead of your typical rubber outsole, again this is just crepe rubber, which feels quite sticky to the touch, and this is definitely a dirt magnet, so I don't recommend these to be worn as an everyday shoe because this crepe rubber will turn black really fast, and it's one of those things where you can't really clean it. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, generally speaking, these do run true to size. So in my case, I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these in a size 10 and they fit me perfectly in a nice sort of snug way. So I feel like they run a little bit more snug than the 8th Street Samba did. Both pairs I went true to size with, no problems, but these I felt ran a little bit more snug. But whatever size you actually measure as on a brand device, I'd go with that same size for this pair and you should be fine. Moving on to the comfort, so these are a very comfortable sneaker, and that's largely because of this crepe midsole. Underfoot has this nice spongy feel to it. You can feel the compression of this rubber, but at the same time, it doesn't feel too wobbly or unstable. So like I mentioned earlier, I wouldn't really want to wear this as an everyday sort of shoe just because of the fact that it doesn't have the longevity and the durability, but I'm happy to report that when you do wear these, they do feel quite comfortable underfoot. The upper as well is also quite soft because of this super soft suede, so there's pretty much no breaking time required for this sneaker. Finally, in terms of the quality and craftsmanship, so first off, material quality I was very happy with. Like I mentioned earlier, the entire upper is crafted out of genuine materials, so we have a very high quality suede as well as genuine leathers, and the whole shoe just really had a nice premium feel to it. It didn't feel cheap whatsoever, and I feel like it really justifies the higher price point, as the quality really feels more elevated in hand. And in terms of the build quality and the craftsmanship, my pair was pretty much flawless. There were no issues with the stitching, the panels were consistent between my left and right feet. So again, it really felt like they did this shoe justice, and I'd say that it was worthy of the high retail price. So with all of that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet, I'll lace them up, and I'll show you guys how these look. If you can get past the fact that this does not look like how the product images looked with the whole Kith filter fiasco, I think for what it is, this is still a really clean looking sneaker. Yes, in real life it doesn't look as tan or as warm colored as it did in the pictures. It's much more of a grayish beige with pink colored hits, but I still think it's a really clean looking sneaker and I'm really happy with the end result. The comfort is there, the quality is there, and this is a pretty simple colorway to rock. It goes with a lot of different outfits. So other than the fact that the colors of the shoe look a little bit different from the initial pictures, I think most people should be pretty happy with how these turned out in real life. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this Kith and Ronnie Fieg, Clarks and Adidas Gazelle in this molecule colorway? For this debut collection of the Kith loyalty program, what do you think of their first sneaker? And for me, I'm really looking forward to what they drop for the Vitality tier. That's the top tier in the program. They haven't revealed anything yet, but I'm super excited to see what they have in store. So leave your thoughts down below, let me know what do you guys think. And as usual, if you guys enjoyed this review, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at esco8, check me out on X at sean.go spelled out, and visit my website at seango.ca. So thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, and I'll catch all of you in my next video.